Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I'm the Mysterious JG. Let's teleport back in time to where I went into the Tops Casino and chatted with Benny without talking to House or anyone else first. And now we're just waiting around in the presidential suite. Said he was going to come up and talk to us, right? Or is he already in here? Oh, I'm sorry, he's already in here. That's right.
Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, how is it that you're still living?
Call it luck and leave it at that. Securitron dug me up. Takes more than a couple bullets in the head to stop me. I guess we can be honest with him. Securitron dug me up, and the doc and Good Springs did the rest.
House was on to me from word go? I thought I was being so clever. Once you were vertical, how'd you track me down?
Seems you dropped something in Boulder City. I'm persistent, that's all. I'll just be honest with him.
To think I deemed that flint box my lucky charm. Oh, the irony.
Oh, the irony.
I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. Tell me, which way is the wind gonna blow?
I'm wondering why I shouldn't just kill you. I've got questions, a bunch of them. If you're thinking we can work together, let's hear your author. You're stinking up my suite, Benny Scram. We'll talk later. I've got questions, a bunch of them.
You got questions? I got answers.
First things first, tell me about the platinum chip.
It's the House edge, baby. Literally. It's what Mr. House needs to stack the odds in his favor.
The chip belongs to me. Hand it over.
Baby, ease off the gas. The chip belongs in the hands of someone who can use it, as in me, not you. You'll get a piece of the action and a sweet one, but the chip sticks with me.
How's the chip work?
It's some kind of data storage device, dig? So it's the data on the chip that's platinum, not the chip itself. Trouble is, the chip don't fit any computer I've found. Must require special hardware.
What's the chip do?
It has something to do with the Securitrons, I know that much. Upgrades their hitting power, gives them heft. Might be slightly useful if you're looking to defend the Strip from Caesar's Legion or the NCR. Or maybe both.
Let's talk about something else.
How else can I clue you in?
I want to know about the factions gunning for Vegas.
Yeah, it's a tricky world out there. I'll tell it to you straight.
Tell me about Mr. House.
A good cat to swing with, or was until he stopped mewing. It was House's big idea to resurrect the Strip. He recruited the three families as muscle, showed us how to set up casinos, negotiated with the NCR. None of this in person, mind you. Did all of his talking through those Securitrons of his. But lately, the silence is deafening. The robots collect House's share of the take every week, and life goes on. Ain't exactly what I'd call leadership.
Ah, so what makes the chairman so special, Mr. God-awful jacket coat thing?
We're the definition of cool, baby. We know how to swing. Folks come to us to learn how to enjoy themselves. Of the three families, we're the only ones with the heart and savoir-faire to run the Strip on our own.
What do you think of the Omertas? They basically are just the villains from Godfather, right?
A tribe of finks. Every single one of them is a degenerate. Mark my words, they're playing an angle. How do I know? They always are.
What about the White Glove Society? I really don't have any idea what they're supposed to be about.
Personally, they give me the heebie-jeebies. There's such a thing as being too polite. If I may this, my pleasure that. Don't get me wrong, that resort of theirs is strictly ring-a-ding. But my guts say, don't go in the basement.
To check them out, I think they might be the ones who can get me a dress for Veronica. Fill me in on the NCR.
A nation of meddlers, trying to muscle in on our action. Well, we got muscles too. And smarts besides. Only reason the NCR hasn't busted up our scene is they're a little afraid of Mr. House, and a lot afraid of Caesar. If the NCR beats the Legion at Hoover Dam, they'll turn on us and claim the Strip. And we don't have the muscle to beat them. Not yet. Meanwhile, they're all that's keeping Caesar's Legion at bay. Plus, NCR soldiers and citizens are our best customers. It's complicated.
Yeah, you know, the idea of this, like, freewheeling, zany, adventurous strip sounds appealing in a sense, but my guts are telling me the NCR ending is probably the closest thing to a good, just, virtuous Avatar ending this game has. Tell me about Caesar's Legion.
Worst of the worst. A tribe of degenerate losers led by a creep. They crucify people for kicks, slaughter whole towns. The NCR beat them at the dam 3 years ago, but that didn't stop them. They spent the meanwhile gathering strength. They're gonna try to take the dam again real soon, and if they do, Vegas as we know it will cease to exist.
I don't know, it seems like the Romans had a pretty degenerate way of doing things. They'd fit right into Vegas. Let's talk about something else.
Something else you wanted to know?
He seems like a real good guy. Help me understand the scheme of yours.
Broad strokes, change in management. The Securitrons are where it's at. I need a way to control them, and a way to beef up their hitting power. I get those two ducks in a row, Vegas can defend itself versus all comers. NCR, Caesar's Legion, it won't matter.
What makes you think you can succeed?
Baby, the odds may look long, but that's just because we ain't done rigging them. I won't toss the dice until we are. I've gleaned a lot working with Mr. House. He was a good cat to swing with. I still got a lot to learn, but it's coming together.
And you're willing to commit murder to make this happen? Well, that wouldn't bother me, except that it was me who's gonna murder.
Baby, do you not understand the level of game here? What I did to you was rotten. But if you think House, the NCR, or Caesar won't kill to put Vegas in their pocket, I really did blow out your brains.
He's got a point. You're right, murder's the answer. Yours. The ruthlessness of others is no excuse. Well, I mean... Well, let me save here. Yeah, this would be a good time to beat up Benny, but I think he ends up escaping if you attack him at this point. I just want to play out as much of the dialogue as I can. I see your point.
It's a game, and games have winners and losers. I prefer the former. How about you?
Alright, well, it won't let me switch back and, won't let me switch over and, beat him up.
You help me, and before long, the chairman will rule all of Vegas, dig? With enough robot muscle to back it up.
Robot rump.
You'll get a sweet, juicy cut of that action.
Sweet, juicy cut of the robot
Until
rump.
that day comes, I'll keep you on retainer and pay bonuses for special missions. How's that sound?
It's a deal.
Jackpot, baby. I knew we'd see eye to eye. Here's a start on your retainer. Don't spend it all in one place, and the Prez is yours for as long as you want it. When you're ready to saddle up, come find me down on the casino floor and we'll plan the next step of this caper. Ring-a-ding, baby. Ta-ta.
So you can side with Benny.
Something else you wanted to know? Baby, you're the boss. All you gotta do is whistle.
Alright.
In the meantime, enjoy the high life. Room service is on me. I'll send up a bottle of the good stuff. Ta-ta.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That means that, we're all friends here now. I'm not double dealing on House, because remember, I loaded my game. So at this point, I haven't talked to House yet. But, yeah, so now we've got the... Survive the ambush. You know, these guys came in to ambush me. They're really doing a lot of talking. Now, bear in mind, I don't have good unarmed skills. my weapons were taken away at the entrance. However, I am wearing body armor, power armor, and these guys are just kind of wearing suits. Eddie's also around here somewhere. Yeah. Because yes, that entire time I was chatting with Benny, just as the entire time I was chatting with House, I was wearing power armor.
You like that?
No, I don't really care for that. This is what I felt like this guy when I was fighting those Brotherhood guys who killed all the followers of Apocalypse. You guys, good job, guys. I think we're a little more efficient than I was. So they got some grimy pre-war stuff on. I believe there was 4 of them. What I'd really like to do now is get a
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I want to see her in oh no, she continues to wear that. She won't put on the grimy pre-war stuff.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
That's too bad. Oh, well, here's the other guy they couldn't find. You're the tops. You're the something something. You're the tops. You're the Tower of Pisa. Head down for the main floor. Oh, I probably should have used the intercom first. I think there was something special if you used the intercom. So yeah, we decided we were going to side with Benny, and he tried to kill us. I suppose that was probably something we should have expected. There's no response from the intercom. I think damn it, I think if I hadn't gone down the elevator, I would have had a brief conversation with Benny again, where he was checking up on the thugs who were sent to kill me. Anyway.
Ring-a-ding, baby.
Fantastic.
How's it hanging?
Well, it's slightly to the left.
This is just swell. Benny vamooses and I'm left holding the bag. What do you need, kid?
Have you seen Benny?
I saw him heading for his suite just a few minutes ago. Looked like a fox that just got caught in the hen house. Maybe you'll catch him there.
Yeah, so that's what happens if you go just chat with Benny. Now let's look, and if you go talk to House, he chides you. Not going to bother to show you that. He chides you for having not come talk to him first, and basically says, "You allowed Benny to escape. You were instructed to speak to me first, so that I could help you plan your tactics." That's pretty much more or less exactly what he says. And then you have exactly the same conversation with him once you've gotten past that intro, so. Here's the Lucky 38, here's the tops. So the tops, they will once again... This is not the entrance to the tops, though, I guess...
Sure, later.
I guess it's over here. That's the Gamora. How do I get into the tops?
Sure, later. Hey, come on, pal. I'm trying to put on a show here. You're welcome.
Sorry, I mean to interrupt.
Geez, some people.
Okay, maybe I can talk to him later, but for right now I'm trying to concentrate on the main story. So is this part of the tops here? Is this the tops? Is this the something something? Is this the tops? Is it the Tower of Pisa? Yeah, I guess this is the tops.
Hey, there's the high roller.
So we can go to the Aces Theater. Some guys shouting about something.
Hey, there's the high roller.
I'm apparently the high roller.
What in the god?
That's right, I just jumped down on you
Keep this in
ninja
groove,
style.
eh? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello. The guy everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit.
How could he possibly recognize me in the power armor? Seems you need to work on your marksmanship. Mr. House wants a platinum chip. Hand it over.
I hit what I was aiming for. Guess you had brains to spare. Or you just thick-skulled. Either way, baby, this is good news. Maybe I can finally sleep at night, knowing you didn't die. What say you and me cash out? Go somewhere more private. Any
People are
questions
screaming,
you got,
"What?"
I'll answer.
I want the platinum chip and I want it now.
I can't do that, baby, and you know it. There's a lot of angles to this caper. Complexities aplenty. But plenty of action, too. Enough for both of us. But we don't jabber about that out here in public. Like I said, we should be talking somewheres private.
What? Give me one good reason not to kill you. You'll answer my questions now, not later. What did you have in mind? I'm not sure what...
It can't work like that, baby. Not out in public like this. You really need me to spell that out?
What do you have in
To
mind?
start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
That's a nice touch, but someone's got to pay off my contract.
Where's my manners? Here's some cash up front. There'll be more where that came from. Wait for me in the...
Oh, great, now the bodyguards are
Moves
coming.
around the boss, got it?
Let's just find out what happens if I just kill him. Did he let me I didn't get to keep my weapons though, did I? Oh yeah, I did actually. So let's just kill him and see what that does. Hey! It's like, hey, I'm not sure I approve of that. His head becomes a dangerous weapon. Grim Reaper Spirit's not quite as effective as it was in the last game, but it's still pretty damn good. Alright, where's Benny's corpse? There's a specific corpse I'm looking for. The platinum chip. And Maria. This changes things a little bit. I'm over encumbered and I can't run. What am I carrying that's so heavy? Benny's suit weigh a lot. I'll drop that. I'm not going with this. Game's a lot more interesting if you don't do this, but just leveled up anyway. I'm the tops. My head was just blown off. Alright, so let's give the platinum chip to Mr. House and see what happens.
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands.
This is a trap. I'm going to take a lot of you with me.
The mighty Caesar has bestowed upon you his mark and guaranteed safe conduct. If he wanted you dead, you would be dead already. Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
Sterculius, the Roman god of feces, will be waiting. Yeah, so I'm not going with this, I'm just playing around now. So I might as well kill plot important characters, right? Yeah, now when do I get to level up? Oh, this guy's running at me. I figured he was attacking. Who's hostile to us now? Oh.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Victor.
I see you.
No problem.
Come back. Well, howdy, partner.
Wait, what? I thought I...
Well, howdy, partner.
I guess I have to actually go in by myself. For some reason I thought he warped me inside. I guess he warps you up the elevator. So yeah, this is one of the major points in the game where like you decide what ending you want. Here and then at Hoover Dam, I guess.
Where to, partner?
I'll go see the penthouse. Presidential suite just confused me because that's where I go if I feel like hanging out. But it sounded like it could be where House was. So anyway, I got the platinum chip. I guess I give it to him. And I've completed my little delivery, right? Shunned. You've left a poor impression on the community. You may be shunned as a result. Oh, Caesar's leader doesn't like me. So sad. So I get sneak up to AD. Yeah, that is just a piss poor energy skills that I've got. Run and gun, bloody mess. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We'll have a your sneak attack criticals with pistols, revolvers, and submachine guns. This one is actually potentially very useful. The one that reduces the weight of things that weigh 2 or less. It's very good for, you know, this hardcore. It wouldn't really matter at all otherwise. Strong back is traditionally one I get when you get one every level. Long haul. Robotics expert is a good one to have, especially if we decide we're going to fuck around with Mr. House, since we're just playing anyway here.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it.
Well, you don't sound that excited. Have some questions to ask first.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And and yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
What happens next?
A great deal shall be happening. A cascade of events with you taking a central role. At the moment, however, all you need to do is take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. You'll understand soon enough.
Oh, maybe we do get to see him. Oh, maybe if we give him the chip, he actually trusts us enough to see him. I believe we're going to go where we were... This is where I was trying to sneak to when I was killed by his robots. Like the elevator that I tried to get into, that I was trying to operate as I died, would deposit me here. There were probably more robots here who would have also killed me, but...
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec high-class ink, is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons.
Oh, wow.
Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron air targets
Can't
at
hear.
significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 Grizzly launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
Alright, so I guess I don't get to see House. I thought I might actually get to see
Trips
him.
to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think?
Oh, it depends on
I've
whose
since
basement.
broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip.
The house always wins one. Why show your hand like that? Now your enemies know what you're up to.
I'm surprised you can still underestimate me after everything you've seen. I haven't shown my hand. I've shown one card. I've given my enemies a single provocative datum upon which to fixate. They have no idea what other cards I'm holding. It's a strong hand, believe me. I dealt it to myself.
You think your Securitrons can defeat Caesar's Legion and the NCR?
Why would I want to go to war against the NCR? They're my best customers. If their leaders weren't scheming to steal Vegas out from under me, I'd have no troubles with the NCR at all. To secure the future of New Vegas, I must have your assistance. The work ahead is dangerous, but you weather danger well.
I'm listening.
The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill.
You want me to kill Caesar?
Absolutely not. Caesar is of great use to me. I don't
He's
want
Mr.
you
Dog.
harming a hair on that man's head, assuming you could find one.
Boom. So what do you want me to do at Fortification Hill?
I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38. same as the platinum chip.
How do we open the hatch?
You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the platinum chip and open sesame.
What's inside the hatch? This is something that Lost fans spent an entire between seasons period asking themselves, and the answer never really made it any better.
Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking.
What's my stake in this?
I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race.
I have some questions.
What did you want to discuss?
You're a computer. I'm surprised you haven't asked what became of Benny.
That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does.
There is no profit
Sorry
in
to
revenge.
deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did you want to discuss?
Oh, he's been reading some poetry. Why is the terminal on the north wall off limits?
I recommend following the Securitron's instructions. Its programming is strict, and I don't have time to change it. What else did you want to discuss?
What's the deal with the snow globe collection?
What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little diorama set inside a glass dome that I find pleasing.
Oh, that's what
If
New
you
Vegas
run
is for you, huh?
across any out in the wastes, turn them in to Jane. She'll compensate you. What else did you want to discuss?
What are your plans for New Vegas? Yeah, I'm kind of interested in this because it seems like he's kind of an evil dude, but, you know, maybe I'm judging him too harshly. I mean, at the same time, if he was a pre-war industrialist, probably a little nuts, but he's probably got a better idea of what the world was like to rebuild than anyone else does.
I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat.
How do you intend to enforce your claim?
To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me
I
because
know
I
this.
mustered
I'm
enough
wondering what he
strength
wants
bring
to do in the
NCR
future.
to the bargaining table.
Wasn't the NCR's big army enough to defeat your Securitrons and the 3 families?
Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice.
What were your terms?
NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy.
You would go to war against the NCR.
The salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms.
Interesting.
What else did you want to discuss?
Well, we now know how they get their electricity. What was Vegas like before the war?
It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's Strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it.
You say you saved Vegas. How? Oh, I saved it on an external hard drive.
By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately.
You mean, Mick Foley?
I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short.
What preparations did you make to save Las Vegas? I put it on an external hard drive.
On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact.
Interesting.
Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived a day sooner.
Why didn't the platinum chip arrive on time? Well, Benny traveled back in time and screwed it
The
up.
platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October 22nd, 2077, the day before the Great War. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was.
Let's talk about those monster trucks. How did you nearly die defending Vegas? Where the fuck is your body?
Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived.
You gotta give it to him. The guy's a survivor.
What else?
He's been surviving all of his life. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, now I gotta go to... So I read something about being able to do a sneak attack on these guys. Oh. Okay. They go into a permanent shutdown state. Even when they detect you, if you get behind them. And somehow I'm not marked as hostile or an enemy. So this video is already going long, but maybe I want to pickpocket Jane. I wanted to deactivate her.
Ooh, suddenly I feel all tingly, and I find I've got a rocket launcher.
You look different somehow. Did you cut your hair?
How sweet of you to notice, sugar. I've been upgraded to the Mark II software, and it's peachy having these high explosive weapons fully accessible.
I've killed Jane. haven't really got a hang for how this thing works. Why it works sometimes and not others, but... Oh, I already shut that one down, that's why. Where's the head of security, Vincent? There's Victor. Victor, I'll never get another chance to do this, so I'm gonna kill you.
Penthouse floor.
Oh, never mind.
Where to, partner?
I guess it won't let me do it to him. He's a plot guy after all. He's a plot guy after all. He's a plot guy after all. I may have shut down all the garbage crushers. I may have shut down all the robots on this floor. Which will make it at least a little bit possible to get in there and visit Mr. House against his will. You've been shut down after all. So let's save a game. This video's already gone way long, but now I'm just kind of messing around. Where are they coming from? Okay, I'm hidden again. Shit. Renegade. You're supposed to be shut down. Don't you start causing trouble. See, I do extra damage against them with that perk, in addition to having that special shutdown power. Okay, this is going to be a super long video, but when we get done playing with this, we'll be ready to go back to actual stuff that we're going to keep, because I don't want to kill... I want to see how late in the game we can go and keep Benny alive. I'm just curious. I know these are Mark II guys with special beefed up weapons, so do want to be kind of careful with them. This guy's like undamaged. Crap. They do carry a wallop these days. You look at the damage he's taken. He's showing as non-hostile because he's been put in that shutdown state, but he's still taking a lot of damage. And not from me shooting him, from these guys missing me. They'll be missing me. And I got a limb blown off just from ducking out there long enough to shoot at him. They don't go messing around. There's something else. So this should take us in there, right? Because it took us before to a room where he showed me a bunch of stuff, like where the weapons upgrades were. Oh, don't tell me there's still more guys to fight. There might still be more guys to fight. This video is going to get crazy long. Or not. This is it, folks. Can I talk to Mr. House? Because that's him. 4 reals. Microbial infection risk. Yep, I'm doing it. Got to be pretty stinky in there. Oh, he's got something hooked up to his ding-dong. Hey, Mr. House. Mummy's alive.
Why have you done this? Centuries of preparation. So much good undone.
You're basically Davros. It's just business.
If personal gain, what you sought, should have done as asked.
I'll put you back in your tube, good as new.
Ruined everything. Exposed germs.
Oh, germs. He is Howard Hughes, after all.
At most, I have nothing to say to you.
Well, there was no need to be hostile, Mr. House, but, note added, a tragedy has befallen mankind. Oh, well, I guess he was considered a good guy by the game. And I probably failed the House Always Wins quest. Yes. So let's see what, Robert Edmund House, 261, President CEO, and so prior to the New Vegas Strip, industrialist and blah, 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 has died. Generally recognized by Mr. House to be mankind's only hope of long-term survival. Generally recognized by Mr. House to be mankind's only hope of long-term survival, Mr. House passing may well sound the death knell for the entire human race. Lost forever is his bounty of knowledge concerning human longevity, the depth and breadth of which could, as he was apt to say, fill several textbooks. He was not exaggerating, though he did not achieve his goal of functional immortality. Let us not forget that he died at the age of 261. How many people do that? I mean, come on. Also lost forever, House's singular personality, force of will, which... Oh, because he was, Okay, so there's a couple of people being parodied simultaneously by Mr. House. Citizen Kane with the snow globes, but Charles Foster Kane himself was based on, what was his name? Hearst. William Randolph Hearst, I think was his name. Newspaper magnate who was famous for his massive ego and for, you know, painting himself in a good light in his newspapers, but also just for having built up a huge newspaper empire back when those were viable. Sorry, Bobo. So yeah, they're making fun of him a little bit here, but also, what's his name? This Bruce Goose guy. He was like desperately afraid of germs. He's part of it too. Also, Lost Forever houses singular personality, force of will, vision, and leadership ability. The probability of an equally capable figure emerging from the current human population to lead mankind to a future of equivalent quality is less than 0.000112%. By objective measures, too complex to detail in its obituary. Personality and force of will, born June 25th, 2020. House was orphaned at an early age when his parents died in a freak accident, autogyro lightning. Though cheated of his inheritance, House attended the prestigious institute in Massachusetts and founded Robco Industries on his 22nd birthday. Within 5 years, it was one of the most profitable corporations on Earth. By 2065, House was certain that an atomic war would have soon devastated the planet. At great personal expense, he developed technologies to ensure the structural integrity of the city of Las Vegas, as it was known at the time. On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted the city. Mr. House defeated them all. Talk about vision. Mr. House survived the war, of course, and would later recruit the three families, negotiate the Treaty of Las Vegas, and rebuild the Vegas Strip. While the achievements yielded many immediate benefits, they were all part of House's master plan to reignite mankind's quest for technological advancement, a plan without which the human race has nowhere to go, nowhere to return, nowhere to run to, baby, nowhere to hide. We'll revise and finish this up later. Have set the age at death to update automatically. Obit makes salient points, but pearls before swine, of course. Let's hope the ingrates never have cause to read it. Who knows how many of them are even literate? See, he wrote his own obituary, that's the point. So let's just quick, because, yeah. Yeah, we're not going with this. I'm just showing you what happens when you kill House. And there's some special quest where you have to kill House with... I've heard that you have to kill several of the most important plot characters with their own weapon. Oh no, it didn't autosave when I went to, I thought it would autosave when I went to, that floor, in House's chamber, so I'd get a chance to say, I just don't like you, and see what he says when you say that. Or possibly, what does he say when you go down to his room, when you actually have access to his room? You know what? Screw it. I'll just see if I can sneak by. Oh, control room, please. Thank you. I'm being killed a lot. I was curious to see what would happen if you made your way to him and then came back and talked to him on the screen above. Actually go in there and see him. Just let him know you've got the power to do it. Yeah, I know that you're hostile, that's fine. Renegade. Now what happens if I talk to House? Okay, I can't talk to House. Probably even after I kill these guys, I can't talk to House. But I thought it would be pretty cool if I could, because I could be like, I have the power to kill you at any time, House. Now, can we play ball? Does this change anything? But no, it probably doesn't change anything. The upgrades to weaponry or to damage against robots big part of why I'm still able to actually do anything here. Okay. Connection lost. Yeah, alright, so not much of a video at this point. My legs are crippled. That's a shame. My whole thing is I wanted to see, oh, it's just Victor. Yeah, I knew he'd turn hostile, but I was gonna go kill him, but then no. So House won't talk to you once you've done this. He won't talk to you as a computer screen guy anymore. Like, try to reason with you or anything. I thought that would potentially be some of the most interesting dialogue choices you have with him. So instead, before we call it a video, come back and again, we'll jump back 2 videos in time and actually do stuff that will count instead of just messing around. I'm glad that we killed him just so that I could see that awesome obituary he wrote for himself.
Why?
Why have you done this? I don't like you.
Fool! To let personalities derail future of mankind. Stupid!
You won't be able to control anything, but I'll let you live.
No! Don't disable Cerebro! I'd rather be killed. Just kill me. I have
He has nothing.
to say.
Well, how do I disable cerebrals? Can I put him back in? You have irrevocably disconnected Mr. House from the Lucky 38's computer. You've... Okay, so... Quest added, the house has gone bust. Well, losing karma, so apparently they think this is a dick move. It is part of, like, there's actually 4 endings you can get. NCR, Legion, Siding with House, and there's an ending where you just basically are, like, totally out for yourself, bastard. Where you do your utmost to destabilize all the other forces so that you can, like, try to take over the world, basically. And this is essential for that. So let's see what the house has gone bust as far as quests go. They just said it was added, but maybe it hasn't shown up yet. Run to the Caesar. Yeah, I don't see the house has gone bust. I also don't see that the fact that my legs are crippled has done anything. So we've killed House, and this is one of the endings you can go for, folks. Maybe I'll try to showcase multiple endings, but connection is lost. I wonder what Victor will have to say now. Or if he's just gone. Or if he moved away from this spot while trying to kill me. Probably the casino lounge, or cocktail lounge might be where the actual snow globe ended up. Yeah, so this video's gone like double length now, damn it, but...
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize the Tops.
You know what? I don't want to throw this away because it might be an interesting way to get one of the endings here, now that I actually went and did that, because there is there's another piece that we'd have to do. I'm gonna call it a video and then maybe pursue this other ending. This isn't the main ending I was gonna go for, but I'm curious to see if I can short circuit the whole battle at Hoover Dam. If I get the army of Securitrons Mark II on my side, do I need to do the Hoover Dam stuff? I probably still do. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna call it an extra length video. When we come back, I'm going to do a little bit of off-screen to see if there's anything I can show you quickly and easily about a new ending. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to, once again, apologies, this whole video is just a lot of extra goofiness. We're going to go back to Benny in the casino and try to get the plot to keep moving normally. Because normally you wouldn't just blow Benny away and short-circuit a section of the plot. Normally, he would escape, as in when I went into his room to talk to him, and he left, and he sent bodyguards after me, he flees, and you're supposed to have to try to track him down again. At any rate, folks, I'm calling it a video here. I think it was interesting to read the William Randolph Hearst self-obit thing. Whether you thought that was interesting or not, I hope that you'll tune in for the next video, and let's play Fallout New Vegas. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.